Here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing just a little bit of an energy update. I'm just going to pull some cards because we have a couple of planets that have gone direct and there's been like a huge shift recently. And I don't know if any of you guys have that app called The Pattern, but me and some of my friends use it and we love to kind of check our astrology updates on there. And I'm not affiliated or associated with them or anything, but definitely go check it out. It's interesting and it kind of just gives you like, it's almost like the website Cafe Astrology where you can get your astrology updates and like a really nice reading every month. But this one is broken down more based off of your personal chart and how the planets are like interacting with you as they go in and out of different transits. And I just noticed today that a whole bunch of the little cycles I have in my pattern are just have 1 day left on them. So basically it's just a huge time of change for me as all these planets go direct and energy shifts a little bit. And we're also shifting into like a new season. For some people, you're shifting into fall. For others, you guys might be shifting more towards spring, summer. So it's kind of interesting time here. We also have Mercury retrograde that is going direct tomorrow. I mean, we're going to be in that post-shadow phase for a while, but thank goodness. Get that out of here, right? But yeah, it's been an interesting time. So I want to pull some cards about these energy shifts right now. And then I'm going to do live free readings, which means I'll allow a couple of you guys just to ask some questions. If there's anything you want to know from the tarot, I'll pull some cards. I love to do these live sessions and hang out with you guys. Last weekend I was so busy I wasn't able to go live, so I'm glad to be here. Hi, Amy. Hi, Chelsea. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Satisfaction. Hi, Sakshi. Hi, Blissful. Satisfaction. Are you still living in the forest? Yes, I am for 2 more weeks. And then I go to another forest, actually. But I actually can confirm now officially as of last week that I am moving, which I'm excited. I've been here for 6 months. I thought I would stay longer, but another opportunity opened up. And I'm really excited. Lots of changes. Oh, hi, Anushka. Anushka says, hey, hope you have a great day. Oh, thank you so much. I hope you do too. Oh, Anna Barbara Baffa says, good morning, everyone. Oh, hi, Lauren. Oh, Inikara's World says, I did a private reading with you in 2019 before COVID hit. I'm still holding on to it. Awesome. You know what's so funny? I don't know if you guys saw, but recently I posted the 2022 reading. So that is when you click out of this live session and you go on my channel, it's the most recent thing that I posted. It just says 2022 reading. And what I do in that reading is I go over like the numerology of the year, and then I also pull cards month by month for 2022. And I've done this every year. I think this is the 4th year in a row that I'm doing this. And so it's become kind of a tradition on the channel. And with that, I also unleash and unveil my personal 2022 reading. So if you want a reading that's very similar to that one, but like personalized for you, and you want me to pull cards for you for 2022, check it out. It's even on sale for the first 10 people who purchase it. And yeah, we'll get into the reading here in a second, but I'm just welcoming you guys, letting you know about that opportunity. I know a lot of you guys like to get this reading every year from me, so I just opened it up. And I'll be offering this reading for just a couple of months till we head into January. It's just a seasonal offer. And I want to thank those of you guys who already purchased so much. Thanks for keeping me busy through this season. Honestly, it's like my favorite thing to do is these 2022 readings. They're so much fun. All right. So I'm kind of just tapping into these energies here, you guys, what's going on right now. Just to kind of recap for those of you guys who just popped in, we have Pluto that went direct because it was in retrograde for a while, and it went direct on the 6th. Pluto is all about internal work. So that's what's going to be amazing is you're not going to feel like you're going to be stuck just working on yourself or feeling like, oh my gosh, I really need to glow up. I need to change my habits. Like if you were really feeling like you were gravitating towards self-help for a while, I know a lot of you guys do already because obviously you're here on a tarot channel. But maybe while Pluto was in retrograde there, you were really feeling like you needed to make some changes and like you needed to work on yourself. And you know what? Sometimes in life, you don't need to work on yourself. Like, yes, we're constantly growing and we're constantly evolving and changing, but there's times where you get to be like embody the energy and just be like, you know what? I've come far. You get to celebrate your successes. You get to feel like, you know, that girl or whatever. We all have our moments, right? And that's kind of what we're entering into. Like we did have to go within and do a lot of work on ourselves there with Pluto in retrograde. And sometimes that energy, although it's positive, can make us kind of feel like we're not good enough or like we have to change something. So I love that Pluto is direct now because now we're like, oh, you know what? I'm owning it. You're able to look back and see what you've accomplished and see the changes that you went through on the inside manifesting into your outer reality. So yeah, there are a lot of changes happening. There's a lot of opportunities coming in. You kind of get to reap this beautiful energy of all, you know, the lessons that we went through with these planets, because we're living in a giant clock. These planets, they're like energy portals. You know, if the moon has such a strong effect on, you know, our bodies, and especially as women in our cycle, you know, and our energies and our emotions, like, of course, all the planets will have their own effect in a different way. So sometimes, you know, we're not as grounded or in touch with these forces because they're just kind of doing their thing. But we're going to become more aware of it at times like this, when we're in the middle of a big shift and all of these planets, like 4 or 5 of them, are shifting back into to go direct from being in retrograde. So Pluto was the first one. That was internal work. You're going to feel like, I don't need to work on myself so much anymore. Like, I've arrived, you know? On the 10th, we had Saturn go direct. And this is actually shifting our focus now more to long-term goals. So if all of a sudden you dusted off your 5-year plan, or you're finding yourself not just thinking about survival or the day-to-day, and you're thinking more about, what do I want in my future? I know some of you guys are overthinkers, or you're an air sign like me. We're always thinking about the future. But really, this is more of a positive, productive, gonna make it happen kind of energy when Saturn goes direct. It really is gonna pull your focus more to your long-term goals and actually open up opportunities for you to get on a new path. Lots of light bulb moments. It's really, really awesome. And then on the 18th, this is actually tomorrow, Mercury and Jupiter go direct. Oh my God, thankfully Mercury is over. It was a tough one, you guys. The technology was so annoying. Also, remember Mercury was in retrograde in Libra. I talked about that in my last reading. You can just see on my channel after this if you want to watch it. We just had a new moon in Libra. We talked about that, but it's all about relationships. So maybe you had some issues in your relationship, or opportunities, or exes coming back, or like releasing past relationship stuff in general, romantic, or maybe family, your relationship with yourself. Yeah, relationships, balancing. That was the new moon in Libra energy. And that was also, the Libra energy was surrounding this Mercury retrograde too. So it's over. The drama's over. Things are gonna feel like they're really chilling out. And then with Jupiter going direct on the 18th, Jupiter rules over projects, relationships, money. So now that Jupiter's direct, you're gonna see relationship opportunities. People are gonna be thick. Money and finances will grow. Business ideas, projects will grow. your manifestations will grow. I had so many of you guys contacting me recently being like, why aren't my manifestations coming? And you guys know, if you did Manifest with me in March, the free series here on my channel, you could check it out. It's here. You just scroll down, you'll see Manifest with me. And maybe some of you guys remember that in order to manifest, you can't just sit there and be like, why is nothing manifesting, right? Because you got to have faith. You got to believe. That's definitely part of it, right? But some of you guys were so upset, and I was saying, look, give it some time. Wait for some of these planets to go direct. Forget about it. And you're going to start seeing some stuff come through. So projects, relationships, money, growing because of Jupiter. I guess with all these planets going direct, it's going to be slow. I do feel like you're probably already feeling Jupiter going direct right now. You might feel like finally you can breathe again. Money is starting to flow. Relationships could be starting to grow. Project ideas are coming in. But since Mercury is very slow to move into direct, there's this message, do not make any big decisions yet. Like, hold your horses. You're going to be kind of in this envisioning mode. Let your visions take shape until the next new moon. That's like 2.5 weeks away. Then you can move forward. That's just my best advice to you. So anyways, I could talk about the astrology forever. It's a big moment, but let's pull a couple cards, okay? The crane is just telling you, hey, be patient. Maybe it's just a little warning. Don't move too fast. Get grounded. You're likely feeling all this excitement from these planets going direct. And then we've got duck here. And I feel like duck is it's like a very Libra energy. It's all about balance, because the duck is like, can just be so chill and peaceful and just like float on the water. They are very tranquil animals. They're very chill. I kind of feel like that's the energy right now. It's like enjoy, indulge, relax, be in nature, let this energy take hold. Very, very exciting time. Anything else we need to know? And then I'll take some of your questions. Anything else we need to know about all these planets going direct, these changes, any messages? Yeah, there's been a lot of private growth inside of you. Maybe people aren't going to notice for a while, but the changes will become evident over the next 6 months or so, 6 to 8 months. And yeah, you're about to pop off. People have no idea what's coming from you. That's the message I'm getting. A lot of private inside growth you've been through recently. And they're saying it's leading to fulfillment. You're going to be fulfilled. Embrace authenticity. Very, very simple message here, but it's so meaningful for me when I look at these cards, just knowing what I've been through over the last couple of months as all these planets have been in retrograde, and this past like summer, or maybe for some of you guys on the other side of the equator, the past winter. It is a very beautiful, bright, shiny energy. And then nature. Nature is your teacher, you guys. There's a lot going on in the world right now. The system is crumbling, collapsing, and falling. It can seem very uncertain. When you go out into nature, though, you remember how simple everything really is, and how a lot of these concepts that are, brainwashed or fed to us, spoon-fed to us through the media, the government, the education system, all that, like, a lot of that is lies. And you might have to participate in a way. I always say, make the system work for you, don't work for the system. I think there's kind of this message coming through that when you go back to nature, like, you can remember who you are, you can get straight with yourself. You might find yourself having these big ideas, or just coming to peace, or feeling relaxed. So sometimes it's just as simple as a walk on the beach, or watching the sunset, or a little hike in the morning, or just going to the park for a little bit. Unplug from your phone, detach, get grounded, get barefoot in the sand or the dirt or the grass if you can, and just shake it out. Yes, you got a lot to accomplish. You're inspired, you're artistic. Maybe you're a light worker or consider yourself someone who's here to heal or uplift. But part of the medicine and the gift of just being you is just being here. So embrace who you truly are. You can't know who you truly are until you kind of come to peace, or you can sit in silence or solitude till you can have this private inside time. Maybe that's what the past couple months have taught you, is how important having that private inside time is, and to make sure you create that for yourself. Lots of fulfillment coming through. Lots of fulfillment coming through. It's crazy. All these planets going direct. It's going to have a very positive effect on you. I hope that resonates, you guys. Little energy update. I'm staring down here at this advancement card. That's very much the energy of this time. Oh, I love your comments, you guys. Blissful says, I hope this is the time of action. It totally is. Take it slow, easing into it, but now that all these planets are direct, you can take that action. Sakshi says, be patient and be balanced. Yes. And if you don't feel patient and you don't feel balanced, that's okay. Sit with that, accept that, and just create space to get there. Take good care of yourself. Give your body what it needs. Give your inner child what it needs. Stellar Sphinx says, overthinker, air sign, and moon in Virgo, because girl, yep, I feel you. I got air signs all over my chart. Stellar Sphinx says, me not cleaning my room, blaming it on Mercury retrograde. I know. You guys, after tomorrow, we can't blame anything on Mercury retrograde anymore. Oh. Hi, Jolena. Badax Mystic says, yes, I wrote in my journal yesterday that I'm tired of self-improving. Yeah, do you guys feel like you're just tired of like trying to make yourself better, tired of the self-improvement, tired of the introspection, tired of the shadow work? Well, it's because it's fine, that cycle has reached its end. We've got Pluto going direct. It's been direct now for a little bit, and now you're being pulled out of that, and you can just live. I mean, you can always just live. It's about a balance, right? Maybe it's if we go too much deeper right now, it's not good. We don't want to get lost in it. You don't want to get lost inside yourself. You don't want to get lost in your head. Come into nature, come into the moment, come into your body. Yes, that's what the energy is right now for sure. I love your comments. Someone said, I wish my brain would go direct too. All right, you guys. I'm gonna pull a Wildwood card for like the energy right now, or maybe anything, maybe what we can look forward to. Like there's a lot to look forward to. I've seen that. We've pulled fulfillment, but maybe we can get something specific. I mean, Jupiter going direct is a huge thing. Well, the first thing I see is if you've been feeling indecisive or hesitant, that energy is lifting. You're going to find yourself feeling a lot more clear about what you want. Personally, lately, I've been thinking about making a new vision board for just like my whole life. You guys know I'm really into the vision boarding thing. I recommend that on the channel a lot. You can even just type in on YouTube, Rainbow Harmony Vision Board, and I have a couple different tutorials and videos all about vision boards and how you can make one, or just inspiration for you. But I realized the last time I made one was when I was like 25 or 26, and everything is manifested, not even kidding you. So it takes a couple years, you guys, 3 to 5 years for me to have manifested these vision boards I had been working on for a while. So anyways, I'm at this point where I'm starting to kind of realize more what I want for like maybe the next 5 or 10 years, or maybe just my next vision. And so I'm getting ready to kind of do an overhaul. So if you feel like you've been doing that, like you have this urge to get rid of things, or kind of do an overhaul on your vision in your life, or like you feel really inspired, that's totally the energy of right now. And if you're someone who's feeling indecisive, or you just like haven't been able to get clarity, that will be ending slowly but surely over the next couple of weeks and months. I would attribute that to Jupiter, for sure. Jupiter was retrograde for a long while there, and projects and relationships, money, finances, like your vision for the good of life, and what you want to, like how you want to be and express yourself on this earth, that's gonna be highlighted and growing, and it's beautiful. Clarity, creativity. And then we see love moving forward as well. Attraction. This is like the twin flame, the soulmate card. Relationships amplified and growing and blossoming, going to the next level at this time. Going to be a lot of engagements. You're going to be getting messages like from friends that, oh my gosh, they popped the question, or pregnancies. Maybe, a new person walking in your life. So we're finally getting this kind of prediction. I wasn't seeing it there for a while. I think once again, it had a lot to do with Jupiter being retrograde. That is so exciting. Okay, you guys, I'm ready to take your questions. Lay it on me. What's on your mind? I've got my love deck here, my real. I've got the Wildwood. I've got these over here. I got so many different decks to share with you. Type your question below, and I'm just gonna pick whoever I feel the most drawn to. There's no order. Not everybody's gonna get their question answered. It's just whoever I feel drawn to. I'll choose a couple. May the odds be ever in your favor. Just kidding. And don't spam the chat too much. I mean, obviously repeat your question a couple times, but I do scroll through, so. Ooh, sounds like you guys all have love questions today. Okay, it makes sense. Maybe I should make some love pick-a-card readings. So Libra Moon, can I ask what my person currently feels for me? Sure. Let's see what's going on here. That's so funny. Everyone's got love questions today. Okay. Well, this is definitely, just like the cards we're talking about, this is a good time for love, and it does seem like you've really been focused on like the social side of your life for a little while here, which is definitely like kind of meant to be. I feel like this opportunity with this person you have in mind is opening up for you. It's almost like you're being given like a gentle nudge to like just keep pursuing it, be open to it. This says make the effort. This makes me think that this person is extending some type of energy towards you, trying to make the effort. Like there's a little bit of a crush developing. You're being told to let go of control issues. Don't let the past, the traumas, what you've been through in this area, don't let that be the lens you're looking through now. I mean, it's normal, but I feel like there's a lot of healing that's happened in this area of your life. You're really excited to be out there and to be dating. This person definitely has caught your eye. You've caught theirs. We see the engagement card. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So there are definitely possibilities that you guys could move forward in this connection. I see that. This says love yourself first. Like you needed time before this person to kind of pull back, to respect yourself, not to dive right into something else. You're definitely being told take it slow. But there seems to be love really developing here. This person cares about you. We see the fortune card too, like a blessing. So I personally would be surprised if this connection, didn't move forward or expand in some way. And your original question was, how do they feel about you? I think I just get good vibes. I get like a crush, definitely like a romantic connection. Maybe you just came for reassurance. Maybe this person and you have already had some type of connection, or you've been hanging out. Or I feel like it might be obvious. Even your friends might be telling you like, oh, they're so into you, but maybe you just needed to hear it. But expect to hear it more from this specific person. because, yeah, it seems like this is already moving forward. I hope that this resonates with you. Thank you so much for asking a question. And I'm going to choose a couple more to answer. Okay, Nia Civil. Present energies for myself and the Gemini I've been dating. We're both Geminis, but the energies felt disconnected the past few weeks. Thank you. Gemini and Gemini, that's an interesting combination. I can see how it would work though. So what's going on with you versus them and then the relationship? I'm gonna make you a little spread here. So cards for what's going on with you, cards for what's going on with them, and then in the middle, we're gonna pull just the general energy, the relationship. So if you wanna pull cards with me, feel free. So what's going on with you? What's going on with them? And the relationship. Oh, okay. I mean, this makes a lot of sense that you guys have been a little disconnected. I mean, if you've been a little off, and by disconnected, if you mean disagreements, ignoring each other, or fights, just feeling off, we just have Mercury retrograde in Libra, and that's all about relationships. So I'd be surprised if everyone who's in a relationship didn't get in at least one little fight or tiff or disagreement over the last 6 weeks. Even if you're that couple that like never fights, maybe there was a little bit, maybe you're on edge or they were. You guys both were. It's I would just be surprised. So, don't worry about that. Everything's still good. Like, seems like you guys got something figured out. What I see for you is that maybe you have a desire to move home or go somewhere else or take some type of big risk or start a new project. You just like really want something new. You really want some change. Maybe you've been asking your partner for change, or you want them to change. Maybe not necessarily you want them to change, but you just want like for yourself and the relationship to go to the next level. I feel like you're not even looking for, engagement maybe, but it might just be just feeling like there's been progress or a change. Honestly, you want change. You're a little bit bored and you're very committed and very loyal to this relationship, but it's like you need a little bit more excitement. You want to see that they care. You just finished something at one point in your life. I don't know if you got a degree, or you were making something and now it's up for sale, or you gave birth, or you quit at your job or something. But there's been a big ending and beginning, and you're kind of looking at your partner because you're like, okay, what now? Do you want to come with me? Let's move forward. I don't want to stay here, just energetically or at the space or where we're at. Meanwhile, your partner, the divine masculine is having a huge awakening right now. So your partner is getting really in touch with what he wants. You've kind of known what you've wanted for a while. Your partner is just starting to connect with that. So they're being awakened. They are very loyal to you. Your partner's very loyal to you, but they're dealing with a lot of death in their life, old thoughts, old structured, old beliefs, the way that they viewed the world, their perception is just crumbling apart. It's that dark night of the soul process and spiritual awakening. And so they're a little disillusioned right now. That could be why they're pulling back. Your partner just needs space to kind of find themselves. Sometimes you kind of just got to go off and find yourself or get your shit straight. It's a more internal thing. It's nothing that anyone can help you through. I don't think he's dealing with something intense, like he needs a therapist or something. I just feel like he needs some time alone or in nature or to journal or just however he kind of replenishes himself. So you might be feeling that your partner's distancing themselves, but really they're ready for change and a new beginning just like you. They just need to they need time to get on your page. So a lot of internal change. And then the relationship in general, we see the rest card almost like it's on hold, but you guys need rest. from fighting or from trying to grow the relationship, or like you just need kind of to hold space for each other while you go through individual growth, because relationships go through periods of like individual growth and then also growth as the couple kind of as a whole. And so we see career opportunities for both of you guys. So it might be that that area of both of your lives needs a little bit more attention, a little bit less attention's on the relationship, but don't worry, that's going to be balanced in time. Hold space, give it a couple weeks. Nothing really needs to happen here other than you guys just hold space for each other. So I can confirm there's good energy here. You guys are just really growing right now. And this seems to me to be a relationship where you guys can really grow together. So just hold space for each other. I just got so much information. It's because I use the Wildwood deck. You guys, if you guys have watched my channel for a while, you know, like, when I pull messages from the Wildwood, it just hits different. We start diving deep all of a sudden. This deck is like next level. I say that this deck is like the tarot equivalent of like a moldavite crystal. Have you guys ever heard of like moldavite crystal? It's like, I don't know, it's a crystal that's supposed to change your life. You get it and it's like amazing. It makes all these changes. You have a quantum leap forward, your dreams come true, but it like has a reputation for being kind of like a tower moment where it just makes everything in your life fall apart. So there's people on TikTok who are telling their stories about, oh, I bought a moldavite crystal, then this happened. That's how the Wildwood deck is. It's like the tarot moldavite. You bring this deck in your life, everything's gonna fall apart, but it ends up working out for the best. Did any of you guys have experiences with this deck? I know a lot of people told me they went out and bought this deck after they saw me using it on my channel. It's a pretty cool deck. So I'm going to take some more questions. Okay, so hiya, Christy. Hi, Rainbow. Just a quick question for a reading. Will my job change or will my job get better in the upcoming future? I'm struggling with the work at my workplace and I cry almost every day about it. Oh man, I feel that one. I do life coaching sometimes for people who are trying to break out of like a toxic workplace or just switch to another industry or maybe start their own business or something like that, you know? And I know how it is, you know? Sometimes we do have to kind of pay our dues or start from the bottom, you know, have a day job while we work nights and weekends towards our goals. But then sometimes our day job can just be so abusive and we just need to like get out of there and realize this is a toxic workplace. Unfortunately, the system as a whole lends itself to being a toxic workplace. And sometimes as empaths, it's just, you know, it's much for us. And it's not like there's this quote that says it's no sign of intelligence to be well adapted to, you know, this type of world, this type of society, you know. So if you feel like it's just not working for you, you can't work like this. I've heard that from a lot of my clients because you guys are artists and you're empaths. So the first advice I would give you would be to maybe take off a couple days or just like clear your schedule for the next weekend and spend that time maybe vision boarding and thinking about like what your goals outside of your job are, because sometimes work can take over our lives. And maybe it's just, you know, sometimes you need the money, you know, you want to put the lights on and the roof over your head and the food on your table. Sometimes that's the situation, or you got some financial goals or things going on. So sometimes you need the job, but in order to break out of it, in order to create something different or make another choice, you need to just know what you want. So I would say go back to the vision board and create a vision board of like what you see yourself doing in your life. What would be fun for you, you know? If you were a multimillionaire and it wasn't a problem, where would you go? What would you do? Yes, you would hang out on the beach and drink pina coladas and go shopping and travel, but eventually you get bored. And I worked with people in Los Angeles who are very wealthy, and I noticed that even those people would have a job, and you know, sometimes they were a lawyer or they did fashion or they were a speaker or a writer. Like, I feel like everybody wants to contribute something, whether it's just something artistic or a way to help others, or it could even be a career path, but it could be one thing, it could be a couple of things. But you want to ask yourself, what interests me? What do I want to explore? And it's okay if you don't have all the answers. I think life is about figuring that out and defining that for yourself, but creating a vision board will help you kind of figure out, what is that goal for me? Remember we talked about long-term goals? This is a really great time to do that because Saturn is direct now. And Saturn being direct helps you, make long-term goals, or it's going to bring that up to be highlighted on. So this is the hesitancy card. We see that you've been a little hesitant because it's been so hard. You've been so upset. This job has just been breaking your back and exhausting you. And, it's difficult to have the work-life balance. It could even be dysfunctional or toxic workplace. Maybe the boss or someone higher up is a narcissist, or dealing with bullying. That happens at work sometimes, unfortunately. So I see that. And I do get this message to take the weekend or take a couple days, use a vacation or sick day to just get back to your roots, get in nature, heal, rest, sleep, whatever you need to do, and then maybe start that vision board. And then once you kind of have a vision, you got your vision board, from there, going to work isn't going to feel as intense because at least you got a vision now. At least okay, I'm not going to be here forever. I have a plan, I have kind of a mission, or I have something I want. And at that point, sometimes you're able to work on having boundaries. You're able to work on having work-life balance. You're able to change your morning and evening and weekend and daily habits and routines and just start working on, I call it stealing back moments from your life, keeping your head down, putting up boundaries at work, seeing if you can make adjustments, because you can only change yourself oftentimes. If there's something internal you need to do, report stuff. But sometimes then you just realize after that, it's not me, done everything I can do. I need to quit this job. I need to find something else where I can go and kind of keep my head down and, just receive my paycheck. It's never going to be perfect, but, if you gray rock the people, if you set up boundaries, if you work on work-life balance, you got your habits and routines outside of work on lock, you can make the most of it. You can start turning your nights and weekends into you working towards your future or what's on that vision board. You can start taking back power and control of your life. You can study something new. You can redefine yourself in your life. But I've been where you're at. 13 years I worked a job that just became progressively more and more toxic. And it was like the first couple years, or when I was younger, this job was so good for me and a great fit, but then I outgrew it. So sometimes we just outgrow things, or we realize, oh my gosh, this is draining me. So sometimes these situations can be what lights the fire under our butt to push us forward towards our true path, our destiny, our purpose, however you want to call it, the good life. But you got to realize all you have is here and now and today. So let yourself cry, let yourself feel, let yourself mourn, rest, get your head on straight, figure out what you want, and you're going to move forward. You're going to get out of this. This is honestly, it's a natural part of the process. And if you want to change it, you can. I do see it changing for you. And it's kind of funny, randomly here in the cards, this is the opportunity card, the hawk, the bird of opportunity, next to this couple, soulmates, twin flame card. So there's a love opportunity coming into your life. I guess maybe they just want to give you something to look forward to. I think it's good maybe that, we learn to be independent and solve our problems and stand on our own 2 feet. But I also think you're never alone. Sometimes the universe will send somebody, and I see opportunities coming in for you. There's good stuff coming in. So some stuff to look forward to and hope. That's what I see in the cards for you. I hope that resonates with you, and also anybody else who's listening who's in that situation or who's been there before. I can resonate with that question a lot. Have any of you guys ever worked a job that was so tough or frustrating that you were just crying every day and you're like, I have to get out of here, but I don't know how? Oh, That shit's for real, right? So I'm going to take some more questions. We're diving deep today, aren't we? Oh, you guys have good questions. Okay, so Amy Andrea Beauty Blog. Is he good for me? Anything you can tell me on this potential love energy? Okay. Honest opinion from the tarot, you sure? Just kidding. Okay, so the first card that came out was sexuality. I mean, maybe this is talking about how you're just feeling yourself with this person. You know, maybe there's some type of physical connection going on. Or you're feeling, you know, very attracted to this person. They're attracted to you. You just want to know if they're good for you. Oh, look, connection. Yeah, there is a true connection. It might not even just be physical, because we see the maturity card here. Like, maybe you were asking, is this person good for you? And based off these first couple cards, you got to trust your gut. But it could very well be that this is a person who has good intentions. Yeah, maybe you guys are hooking up. I know how it is. Sometimes it's a friends with benefits thing, or it's just the beginning of a relationship, and you want to know, is this another person who's going to hit it and quit it? Is this something for real? You know, you're exploring a connection here. This person is, this person you're connecting with is not immune to all of these retrogrades and all of these energies we've all been going through. So if you've been dating someone the last couple months or over the last 6 months or a year, it was an interesting time. You know, everybody's trying to act chill and like they got their shit together, but really it's been a time of growth and existential crisis for many. So, you know, I do see that this person pulled back a little bit. You want to know, are they good for you? Are they being aloof on purpose? You know? I don't know. I really feel like you're the only person they're seeing. They're very, very interested in you. Very, very attracted to you. There's this maturity card coming out. It's like they have good intentions. There is an authentic connection. It might not just be physical here. It seems like you guys kind of resonate on a couple different things. Maybe you have a very musical connection. Maybe you guys like the same music, or you know, constantly sending each other songs, or driving around listening to music get together or something. There's a lot of writing, texting, communication, back and forth, you guys sharing how much you appreciate each other. I think this person isn't usually so vocal about how much they like somebody. I feel like you're like the first person they've ever really just felt so confident to speak their feelings to. So I don't think this person's a sweet talker. It doesn't seem like that's really their MO, you know? This person likes to look nice for you. You know, when you pay attention, they're putting on their cologne or their perfume or their, you know, a nice shirt. They're getting dressed up. They want to impress you. Might be taking you out to nice places or beautiful places. Yeah. Or that's their intention, at least. Life purpose. This is a good card. This is like there's a purpose for this person in your life. I think there's a purpose for everyone who crosses your path, like them being in your life. But this person there seems to be a lot of synchronicity surrounding them. I'm not sure if when you're around this person, you're constantly seeing angel numbers, getting signs, just weird things, synchronicities happening. I feel like you're someone who's into that stuff, but you would like seriously not looking for it when you're with this person. And it's just lots of unexplained stuff that you can't even tell people because they'll think you're just like obsessed or something, but you're not, you know, there's a genuine connection here. So I think there's a green light here coming from the cards telling you just explore it. There's something here. It's deeper than maybe you thought it could be. It's exciting. I'm loving positive messages. If I seem really sus while I'm doing these love readings, you guys, it's because I have not been getting as many of these positive messages until recently. And I'm like, oh, for months I was telling people it's time to release, it's time to cut the cord. Oh, they're just not that into you, or like it was like I couldn't make sense of it, and now we're getting all these positive messages. Love connections definitely moving forward because of that Jupiter going direct tomorrow on the 18th. So I'm gonna take a couple more questions, you guys, and then I have some work to get to. A lot of you guys purchased 2022 readings, which are on sale now. I just did a 2022 reading on the channel. You can check that out after this live session. Just go on my channel. The most recent video I posted is all about 2022. And I'm finally have up for sale on my website a personal reading for you if you want a reading for the new year. This is a really unique reading because I go month by month for 2022, and it's like the gift that keeps on giving, because throughout the year you can go back and month by month, you can put timestamps and see where you're at. Go back to it, check it out, see if it resonates, get guidance year round. So check that out. The first 10 people that purchase get a discount on it, get $10 off. And that's on my website, promiseharmony.com. Okay. Feel free to type your question below. I'm going to choose one or two more. Don't spam too much, you guys. But, you can type it. When moving across the world, what do I need to hear right now? Ooh, a lot of you guys are moving right now, huh? I know that feeling. I moved across the world almost 5 years ago now. Ace of Swords. I get the feeling that this move is a huge risk for you. I mean, honestly, anytime you make a move, it's like kind of a risk, but like this is a big one. You're moving across the world. This is Ace of Swords. It symbolizes someone who's like taking up the sword, who's ready to make it happen. No one better get in their way, That's you in your energy right now. I love that. You're leaving a lot of struggles behind, that's for sure. Maybe other people's judgments, opinions, lifestyle that you didn't really agree with. You do have some fantasies about this place you're going to be moving that might be debunked. Once you get there, you're going to realize wherever you go, there you are. There are some mindsets, maybe even some problems that will follow you. This place is going to offer a lot of healing for you, but I also do feel like it's going to be very, very romantic, beautiful, hardcore main character energy. There's this burden that you feel like you can release because it's giving you a chance to start over and kind of have a new identity. Sometimes that's can be the gift of a physical move. Sometimes we need to move literally somewhere physical, relocate, surround ourselves with a different energy or environment in order to kind of shed the past. I feel like there's a lot of work you did inside that wants to reflect on the outside now. So in many ways, this move is symbolic. It's like you stepping forward and you being like, hello world, this is the new me, I don't know if you're going to study. I'm not really sure what the situation is, but it does seem like you're learning some new things there. It looks amazing. Lots of healing. Yeah, a newfound confidence, and also this big move is going to make you very confident, adapting to a new culture, a new way of life, a new way of being. Even if you are somewhat familiar with it or have ties to it, it does seem like, this is really going to help you build that confidence. You're being told to journal, document the process, write about it, maybe just for your personal healing, or perhaps this is something you'll share with many people. Endless opportunities. We see love. I don't know if you're moving with someone, but if you're showing up there alone, you're not going to stay alone. I'll tell you that. There's definitely love coming into your life attached with these messages. I love how today every message we pulled has had a little little love cards being thrown in there and sprinkled, even if that's not what we're talking about. A lot of you guys seem to have love questions too. If you check it out on my website, my love reading, it's the most affordable reading I offer. It's not too hard for me to, pull some cards about your love life, but I do an in-depth reading. You can check it out. If it's your first time ordering from me, just DM me on Instagram or email me and you can ask for a discount code. Just tell me, hey, it's my first order. Where that discount code at, girl? And you can just enter it in at checkout. Check it out if you want me to pull some love cards for you. Yeah, your guides are saying this move is a result of you really listening to your inner guidance. And they're saying that good fortune will follow you. This isn't you running away from anything. This is you like walking towards your greatest good and following your heart and your inner truth. There will be a part of you that's going to be nostalgic for the past and for what you're leaving behind now, because the grass is always greener, right? But I actually see gratitude, like you leaving where you're at in gratitude for the lessons, the blessings, the people. There's always going to be a home for you in some way there. But yeah, lots of opportunities moving forward. It looks like a big yes. And look, fresh start. Trust yourself. That's awesome. I hope that resonates with you. All right, you guys. I have to get going. It was so nice chatting with you. Check out the 2022 reading after this if you want to relax and just check in on it and maybe save it. You can come back to it throughout the year. And if you're interested in receiving your own 2022 reading, you can go to my website, promiseharmony.com. There's links to it throughout my whole channel, and you can check that out. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. And those of you guys who just joined, once this uploads, I did a little bit of an energy update because we had so many planets going direct. So you can click and watch the beginning of this video. It's going to be up on my channel for you guys to see. And I will see you next time. Peace out.